back.
Hey, we're back.
Welcome to the first episode of the Thurston podcast. I'm Uncle T. I'm the creator, director, and writer of the What the Duck series, and I've got some great guests today.
Hi, I'm Will Christensen. I am one of the co-stars and the co-helper and director of the series.
Hi, I'm John Casel, also known as Wallaby Jackson. I'm also a co-star of the series and one of the early founders.
I didn't know you had a last name, John. I thought it was just the John, but we're learning new things every day.
Like I'm called Wallaby Jackson now.
Yeah, so stuck in quarantine, we couldn't really work on any new film projects, so we're just hoping to make something new, have a little fun with this, share some cool behind-the-scenes info, maybe talk about some future projects or essentially anything else we're interested in right now. That kind of sums it up. We're probably going to talk about fast food a lot, notably Taco Bell. All right, let's definitely start off with What the Duck 5 because we got such a good start on it. Dude, we got some fire stuff.
It started. We started recording in 2019.
2019. This is a long production schedule, dude.
Like, it was going so well. We had finished. What have we finished now? We finished probably half.
I'd say we're almost half. I think in terms of length, we're probably half, but like the second half is going to be a lot harder to do.
So everyone together for it.
Yeah. There's a lot of characters. I think this is going to be
new characters that have never been seen before.
I think in terms of story depth, this might be the deepest we've gone yet. I think the fans are going to be impressed by what we're going to come up with. But yeah, we've done a lot of planning, and just because I graduated and I had nothing else to do. So I've actually been like storyboarding and stuff, but yeah, I mean we were on a roll. I was coming up to Union every so often to work on it, but yeah, so I mean we're still gonna finish it. I think we're definitely still motivated, but we're just stuck, man. What are you gonna do?
It was really annoying because we had all good plans coming into the spring. As the trees opened up, we were going to get awesome shots with that stuff. And we had filmed essentially, I mean, we had gotten up to the first half. We wouldn't have needed anything else beyond that.
Mm-hmm. So we were just waiting. You're right. Yeah.
I think we just, like, honestly, it's incredibly possible to film this somewhere that's not on Union as long as we can get the cast there.
That's going to be the hardest part.
But I feel like if we can get the cast together, at that point it'll be easier to get them at Union than it will be some other random location.
That's a good point.
I mean, in all honesty, I'm probably the hardest one to get just because of how far away I am.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, most of us are going to be hanging on the East Coast. But now, Will, you're a Midwestern guy too.
Yeah, like, so who knows where the fuck I'm going to be?
Right.
I ran away from all this shit because of family reasons. I ran away from the pandemic, and I'm out here in Colorado as well. So now we have basically the two main characters of this cast stuck fucking out here in the middle of nowhere. I mean, Denver's not the middle of nowhere, but whatever.
It's popping, dude. It's popping.
But
they got scooters.
Compared to like where everyone else is localized in the East Coast, we're nowhere close, and getting us out there is going to be difficult.
Yeah, it's basically you guys either come back or we all get out there, and either way is not easy. But
yeah,
we're not giving up, man. Yeah, we
You should do a road trip out here, so you could know my pain.
Dude, I'm not going solo, but I'll collect the troops. I can't imagine doing that drive by yourself, John. You must have a
honestly, it's not too bad by yourself because you just kind of zone out and talk to yourself for like a couple hours at a time.
I do that on like my drive. Like I'm back in Ithaca now, but from New Haven to Ithaca, it's like 5 hours and like 2 hours deep, man. Like I'm starting to lose it. But then after that, it kind of flies by. So
yeah, it's those first. I guess they're always the.
Yeah. I did. I drove by myself to Virginia in the fall. And that was 9 hours. So that was the longest I've done solo. And it was the second half, like, just kind of flew by. I was impressed.
Yeah, I remember the day after I got my driver's license. I drove back I was in the vehicle by myself from Nebraska to Colorado, but I was following Ray the entire time. So it was like a 8 or 9 hour drive by myself, but following Ray.
Right after you got your license.
Yeah, like the day after, 2 days after.
That's so classic. Oh, 2 days.
I got my license in South Dakota, drove to Nebraska, worked there for a day, and then went home with Ray.
That's crazy, man.
I think it would be kind of cool though if we filmed in Colorado. It would add another state.
Yeah. Just expanding the universe, expanding the locations.
I mean, it started obviously in Schenectady, but now we have Central Park shots.
Right, man.
And then if we had added like even more like breakup to that story, that would be kind of cool. Like the mountains in the background could totally like change up with that.
Yeah, because I mean, I don't want to give too much away, but this location is far away from what we've been working with so far.
Yeah,
within the story. So
yeah,
I think Colorado would be great, but it's nice that we are flexible, kind of where we can film. Whatever we got to do to get there, we'll make it happen. Might just take a while.
Yeah, it's concerning right now. With everything, I think. But right now, I think we're still hopeful, especially that it's early with this shit. But
yeah,
if everything continues well, we will be able to finish this sometime.
Yeah.
But I think at this point,
I think hopefully Alumni Week is October something. Maybe we can get it done then.
I heard rumors about that, but I don't know. Are they moving? Like, how is that working? Is that not just homecoming?
I think it's during homecoming, yeah.
But they're also calling it Alumni Weekend?
I think they're just doubling it up and telling alumni, like, come here this week.
Damage. Okay. That might be the one, dude.
It'll be 2 years of alumni, though, instead of 1.
That's good, because you guys are alumni, almost.
Yeah, I'd have 1 class Monday and Friday for an hour.
I have 2 classes right now. Like,
you guys are crazy.
Yeah. But I am working like 60 to 80 hours a week, so it's
John's going fucking off right now.
John's essential. We got some essential workers in the house. It's Thirst House Productions here.
Oh man.
Yeah, Ray got me up this morning.
I'm on the Zoom call grind. That's how my work's going.
Yeah, this Zoom. Okay, so that's one of the things I fucking despise. I hate Zoom so much.
The software or just video chat in general?
It's mostly just video classes. I find so egregious. I think that you basically say go sit at your desk and take a class. Like that's the worst spot.
No, I sit on a couch at work.
You take the class in in the office, John?
Yeah, I get a nice little 9:45 break for and then I go back to work.
Are they doing like strict attendance for union classes?
No. Classes where the teacher's like, if you don't attend, you can just watch the videos and that's fine.
They record. See, that's nice. I feel like that's easily the move.
I'm a regular of taking my 9:15, which turns into a 7:45 in this time zone.
Right. Oh no.
In a horizontal axis. But it's just the worst shit. Like, it's not a conducive learning environment.
No, not at all, man. Like I have work assignments that I'm doing here, but like the motivation it's tough, man. Because I have a little desk I have set up, but it does not feel the same.
No.
And there's gonna be a big asterisk next to this semester, I think.
With what you're doing, how the hell are you supposed to get anything done?
Dude, so I don't have SolidWorks, but I like remote. I VPN into a computer in the lab, and then remote control SolidWorks from here. So it's like a little slower, but
I imagine that is the choppiest shit you've ever used.
It's about a second behind your mouse. The performance is decent, but it just lags behind. So
dude, it's the lag.
Is what it is. Is what it is.
Yeah. Oh, so I know it would be. I think it would be really easy to get this podcast going from one location, especially if we got like just a couple good microphones. We wouldn't have to use phone mics and headset mics and shit like that. Man.
I'm on a PlayStation mic and I'm killing it right now.
Oh man, you living it large.
Yeah. How much is like a good microphone? If we're gonna estimate a budget here.
Okay, so you're not looking much more than $30 for
real?
Something that sounds better than what we're using. Absolutely not. Yeah.
Okay. I guess it's probably like $30 for like something decent, but then it's like $1,000 to get like that extra 10%.
Yeah.
Is it one of those kind of things?
Well, the thing is like what you want to do is you either want a face mic or you want a lav mic. You don't want to spend too much money on it. The only reason those mics cost like $1,000 is because they're like expected to be used in ideal conditions.
Okay.
So
if you're in like a studio or something.
Echoes and shit. But if you have a room that just amplifies those, they'll sound like garbage compared to something cheaper that isn't sensitive.
Oh, interesting. Okay, because I'm in my basement.
What are the ones that like YouTubers and Twitch people use? Are they like Blue Yetis or whatever they're called?
Just the little gray thing that sits in front of their face.
Yeah, no. So that's a face mic. Those are great. Like you don't. I mean, you might want some acoustic foam behind you because those are pretty sensitive. But like they're $40 sometimes. Like
that's not bad. Yeah, that's way less than I was expecting. So that's pretty feasible. So if we want to keep this going, that's probably a good investment.
Yeah, but with Amazon Prime 6 weeks behind right now, like
yeah, man, not a whole lot going on.
But
all right, moving on. I think let's talk about So yeah, What the Duck 5 definitely coming in. I don't know, not spring anymore.
Let's not. That. I don't want to put a date on it.
You can't put a date on it yet. Jim DeSev's strategy.
We just have to suspend the release indefinitely, unfortunately.
Yeah. This is what it is.
It'll be whatever.
Yeah, I love how I put that joke on Instagram, that apology that we weren't gonna make it. We had already filmed at that point, and I was like, dude, I'm gonna fuck with these guys. I'm gonna all these loyal fans we've got. And then all of a sudden we got memed on, so it's pretty ironic.
Yeah. When you pretend you're not gonna release something and then you actually can't because of a national
worldwide pandemic. Unbelievable. There's always the Jim DeSev technique, which he always says, just set a release date and then you have to finish by then.
Well,
you don't have a choice.
We don't have what do we do? We're gonna zoom in all the boys and like act it out in our fucking rooms.
Dude, I haven't watched it yet, but SNL literally did that last night. They did an entire show over Zoom.
According to most people, it was garbage, except for like 2 or 3 things they did.
I bet.
That's like a normal SNL episode.
A lot of misses, but when they hit, dude, they hit. I think it's just cool that they tried, though. That's really clever.
They tried, but they basically said make internet content to a bunch of fucking like old boomer stand-up comedians.
Yeah, who aren't. Yeah, there's only a couple. They have a lot of like older cast members right now who are awesome, but like I could see it getting cringy kind of quick.
Yeah, it's kind of problematic, I mean, I think they could do well because they have like younger people they picked up from the internet. What the fuck are you doing, John?
I mean, they have a ton of writers too. So I mean, I don't even know, but I do want to watch it. I want to watch it.
They picked up writers from like internet content, and they just need to trust them right now. Like,
yeah.
They did sketch comedy online, and it was popular, and that's why they brought them on. And they're not trusting them to do one thing they're good at.
I made this drink stiff.
There you go, John.
6.6%.
I Apparently, there's a new Natterday flavor.
There's a new. Hold on.
I think it's like raspberry lime, maybe. I'm not totally sure.
Oh, jeez, that's. Yo, Natterdays have been such a roller coaster of emotion for me because I remember they released them or they announced it, and then Bradley texted me on a Thursday. He's like, "We got them," and I was like, "Oh, let's go." And then I thought they were temporary, so I was like going at them hard, and then I found out they weren't, and like just the roller coaster keeps like leveling out and going up and up and up.
It does feel like a temporary thing. Like now that you think about it, they've been out over a year, just all the time.
Can I read you the title of an article I just found about Natterdays real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
I really want to hate Natterdays, but I can't stop drinking it.
I think a lot of people share that sentiment.
That's a sentiment. I remember when I first had my first one, I was like, all right, I think after like 4 of these, I'll be tired of them. 4 more, and I was like, I'm not tired of them.
They only get better, dude. They only get better.
Yeah, they taste like something you wouldn't like or after a few, but you keep having them and they're not bad.
Well, I can't imagine
you just like know you like
after 4 of them, you're on your ass. Like,
yeah, but you think the flavor would get tiring, but it just gets better. They are not good warm or day old though.
Oh my god!
I don't know if you'd suggest a day old Natterday.
Dude, you want the day old Natterday? I'm fucking.
They don't age very well.
I was at KA, and
I've been there.
That's all they had to drink was day old beer that had been opened, and I was like, all right, let's
Why were they drinking it if it was open?
I was the only one drinking it.
Oh, John.
But it worked really well.
All right, boys. Fire. While we got the boys here, we should definitely talk at least the first 2 What the Duck movies and the shooting and history of those 2.
Let's talk some OG. That's a good
Let's
call.
move on to that segment instead of talking about random garbage.
That's a segment.
I could talk about how it all came to be originally. If we,
it was honestly you guys that kind of started the beat, and I was just.
What happened was I had watched a James Veach video about how he annoyed his roommate with all these ducks. And I was like, we should annoy Veronica with a bunch of ducks. So I went and bought all these ducks.
How many ducks did we buy?
What was the original count?
It was 100 originally.
No, 100. No way. No way was it actually 100. We definitely bought like 96.
It was a lot, dude. I mean, we lost a ton.
100 ducks originally.
Oh, I thought it was just off 100. Okay.
Well, and then I remember T was taking that video class. He's like, I need to make something.
I need something, man. Yeah, because you guys like had been doing that for like a couple weeks, just like putting the ducks in random spots, right in front of Veronica's room and stuff. And because I've seen that video too. What's that comedian's name? James
Veach.
Veach, yeah,
James Veach.
Yeah, that was hilarious. And we're like. Well, it was like 8 p.m. on like a Wednesday or something. And I desperately needed a project for this class. And the only requirement was using like 4 distinct shots. There was like 4 certain techniques he wanted us to use. So I was like, all right, John and Will, like, no, you guys got to help me. Like, no one signed up for this. But so we filmed that in like 2 hours, I think, the first one.
I think it was an hour and a half.
Hour and a half. It was quick, and we didn't know like how it was gonna start or end at that point. It was basically just a freestyle of a movie.
At one point, you basically created the entire fucking series by being like, at the end, I want Will to turn into a bunch of ducks,
and that was it. And we had to get from point A to point B.
Like, you had just decided that. And so we created fucking essentially nothing. Like,
this is like, for what reason does Will turn into ducks? There had to be some sequence of events.
We decided, I mean, I guess.
Remember the ducks were supposed to be infecting him, and you added in all those quacks, but it looked like you were just bleeping him out instead of him being infected by all the ducks.
So that didn't come together like we imagined, but let's clear the air. So the thing was supposed to be Will was like coughing and like clearly deteriorating, and like his words would turn into quacks. And then we were like talking about that, but we didn't actually do it. And then in editing, I was like, I'll just like make some of his words quacks. But I just made like the curse word quacks. And now it just sounds like he's censored and it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, especially with the other movies in the series. Those feature, at least from what I remember, hefty swearing.
Yeah, I mean, and then because John's cursing a lot, but we don't bleep any of that. And so it just doesn't really flow at all, and there's no way to fix it.
I think the one thing...
Papu, and Papu's like, I would show it to my daughter, but there's too much bad.
Yeah, oh no. Papu, no.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so...
I think
there was a good idea there, and it was not executed.
I think one of my favorite lines from that is, Will, you're the only man who would put ducks in a man's fridge.
Comedy gold.
Comedy gold. It was such like, that's almost the best acted line of the series. That was passionate. You guys were passionate.
It was true. Will was the only man in that house who'd put ducks in somebody's fridge, besides me, and it was my fridge.
You're like, I need another.
That one was an act. That one was just truth.
The one thing about that movie I still cannot get over is how much food John was willing to eat for that movie.
I was gonna say we should talk bloopers. I ate that whole sandwich between we filmed one scene with me eating it, and then by the next scene I ate the whole sandwich.
And you're like, shit, I gotta eat something else now.
So what we decided to do was, what are you going to do, John? Oh, I'll just go make some ramen. Like, my guy, you just finished a sandwich in the last hour.
In the half a gallon of Arizona.
If anyone was wondering, it was a I believe it was either a lumberjack from... It was a lumberjack from Skeller. I'm
Skeller?
Sure.
It was a day-old lumberjack from Skeller.
A day-old lumberjack I put in the fridge from Skeller.
I don't think I've ever saved a Skeller sandwich like in the fridge. I don't know if they do. They don't age well.
This goes out to anyone at Union College who's still going to be there next year. Go to West is better, but you can go to Upper if you're dumb. Go to your dining hall of choice. Eat your meal, and then after you eat your meal, get a sandwich as you're leaving and store it so that you have some extra food. That could be your dinner. That would save you like one meal swipe a day.
This is why you gained 35 pounds at Union.
No, I gained 35 pounds because I drank like a fucking fish.
I think I ate... Dude, I don't know. West is so hit and miss. I just have no idea what I'm getting to.
Here's my hot take. You have to eat at West as a freshman, so you hate it. But then you start going to Upper, and you're like, ooh, yeah. But then you realize, you know what? Well, I realize West is better than Upper. You just hate it because you're a freshman, but West is truly the better option.
Yeah, I remember, John, you and I used to go to West every day. Like, every day. The entirety of fall term. It was amazing. We had that resolve within us.
Yeah, I know. The freshman year, you really hate West, but going back there as an upperclassman, like the staff's friendlier, the food's usually better. There's more options. I'm not a fan of the cook your own thing. I just don't like it. So
I'm
West,
on your side, John. Yeah, I agree with that. I
bad. They just don't have good ingredients. Like, I could cook a good meal if they had ingredients that fucking mattered. Like, if they put like some beef down or some like raw pot noodles, dude, I'd be there every day. But like, they're gonna give me like fucking spinach and a bunch of vegetables. I'm not gonna do shit with that.
And the spinach just disappears.
Fuck off.
Yeah. I got the noodle line at Upper, and the noodle line's nice, but I just don't use it. Again, I'm not a noodle guy. I go to West, I see the things. It's usually something I like at one of the 4 stations, and if three stations, and if there's not, I get a sandwich. And the sandwich line at West, way more friendly than at Upper. I like it much more.
I think Upper, everyone's always in a rush at Upper. because everyone's like on campus and they're like, dude, I gotta get my shit and I gotta go to like Thermo, and they're waiting in the sandwich line. They're just getting mad.
Yeah.
I think Upper tries too hard. That because they, like right when you walk in, that thing on the right, they have this like, they have a demo of what it's gonna be, and it's like this super detailed dish, and then they just like overcook the pork, and I'm like, no, dude, it was so close. They had like all this cool stuff on it, and then they they destroy the pork. It's like so dry. But no, West has better comfort food, I'd say for sure.
Yeah.
I think that's where they kind of kill it.
Welcome to the unplanned segment about union dining.
I think this was a necessary tangent
about union dining. I am here to preach the glory of West. If you watch the movie Rango, at right about 18 minutes in, the line "West is the best" is in the movie. So there you go. That's definitive proof.
Rango?
Did you just quote Rango?
What, they say that?
Yeah, at about 18 minutes and some seconds in, he technically says the West is the best, but just cut the out of it. He says West is the best.
That's news to me, dude.
Why do you know things about the movie Rango?
Because when Ian came to Union once, every time he comes to Union, it's always a dead weekend and there's nothing for him to do except for the last time he came. So he was watching Rango because someone was streaming it on Facebook for free, and I was watching over his shoulder.
What the fuck?
The Upper needs a good slogan, man. They have nothing.
Upper is a bummer.
Decent.
Upper. It's a real downer.
There's no freshman.
Upper. There's no freshman.
Except on Fridays.
That's one of the weirdest things. Is like, why? Like,
Give
why?
Them a little taste. Give them a little taste.
See, I'm not about that because I want to go to West on Friday.
No, the thing is, like, why do they not let freshmen in? Is the strangest thing. It just is like some weird
because there's too many people. Normal. It's too crowded already. There wouldn't be enough room.
Upper's always more crowded than West too. The lines are longer, and the soda machine always tastes like bubblegum if you don't get water.
That is true. The Cokes taste like bubblegum.
But West never refills the soda machine. They're always out of Powerade.
Yeah, but that's because everyone drinks Powerade. You gotta go for the Sprite.
Go for the Sprite
or Powerade.
Or the chalky.
Something about chalky milk out of this isn't just Union. Like any dining hall I've been to, chocolate milk out of those bags, there's something wrong with it, dude. I don't like it.
Oh, it's not good.
I'm biased against that stuff.
No. See, Union's got bomb-ass chocolate milk 80% of the time, but 20% of the time it tastes like plastic. So you gotta hope you aren't unlucky.
Is that at the end of the bag, John? Do you think?
No, I think some bags are just bad.
I believe it. Yeah. I only got it I'd get it occasionally, and then I'd just give up again.
It's understandable. I don't know. I always get it. It's just like always worse than I want it to be.
Yeah.
Okay. It's the Powerade question. Are you a blue, yellow, or green kind of guy?
Mix, dude. You gotta mix them. Best of both worlds.
I don't drink Powerade.
Oh, another thing about the Union Powerade is they like overjuice it. Like they add so much syrup to that Powerade. It's so
definitely stronger than
I always mix it with
that they add to it a lot.
They overjuice it.
No. What do they add to it that's too much?
The
I want to get the syrup.
Yeah, there's only 2 ingredients.
Did you? Say it again, John.
Syrup.
What the fuck?
Syrup?
Yeah, syrup.
Syrup. I say syrup.
Why? It doesn't get pronounced like a U.
Syrup. No. Yeah, it's syrup. That's an I, sir. Like Sir Up, like the Sir Duke of Up.
That's not spelled with an I.
That's how I would spell it.
I think it's one thing I noticed.
Spell it SIRUP.
Well, I know it's
as a college-educated man, you would not spell it that way.
It's syrup. I'm an engineer. I don't have to spell for shit.
You can always say things different than they're spelled, though. It's the beauty of the language.
Yeah.
Oh, the beauty of the English language.
Like rendezvous. But you can't use like rendezvous to criticize the English language because they're French origin.
Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point.
Is syrup of French origin?
No, syrup's not of French origin. It's probably Canadian.
Yeah, but would that be French or English?
Do we want to look up do you want me to look up the etymology of syrup?
No, we should probably get back on track to what.
Should we get back on track?
We probably should.
All right, let's talk What the Duck 2. Let's move on to the bigger, even bigger and better.
What the Duck 2?
It wasn't that much bigger.
What the Duck 2 took 4 hours of filming.
What the Duck 2 took. I was up almost all night.
Well, we started late. We started situation where T walked in and was like, "Look, we need to get this filmed tonight."
It was the next Wednesday night, and I had like not done it all week, and I was like, "Oh, boys, I got to pull you in for one more time."
And what it said is I had 2 assignments, but Jim said I could turn it into one if I did the first one.
Yeah, did it at the end of What the Duck 2? You like showed a little clip of all the different shots that you used.
I did.
That was What the Duck 1.
Yeah, no, I did in the first one, but I cut it out of the YouTube version.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it's not in there anymore.
It was actually hilarious. My favorite part about What the Duck 2 is the fact that Ian had left a box of they're AK-47 bullets, but Ian's AR-15 shoots them, and he left them in my truck. So we used the real 7.62 by 39 rounds in What the Duck 2.
I didn't know those were AK rounds.
Yeah. They're AK rounds, but Ian's AR shoots 7.62 by 39 instead of 5.56. So they were for his AR.
Are those bigger?
I think they were 30-06.
I don't really know the difference.
No, they're 7.62 by 39.
Okay, I'm just an idiot.
What are the dimensions?
30 is a 7.62 by 51. No, that's a 308.
Is that like length by diameter?
I don't know. I forget. I'm not in the state of mind.
Anyway. They were real bullets.
7.62 is probably in what, millimeters?
I don't know. Yeah, it's a 7.62 millimeters.
No. 7.62 millimeters is like, no, that's 76 centimeters. It's definitely not in millimeters.
Yeah, that's like less than a centimeter.
It's 7.62.
Oh, 7.62 millimeters. Yeah, no, that seems reasonable. Okay, that's reasonable.
I think it's the diameter.
Anyways,
so they're live rounds.
Real bullets for the first time in that one.
Yeah, we were throwing them at the ducks.
Okay.
You can see there's a little spot at one point. If you see the movie, one hits a duck and lands on the cooler and just spins and then stops on the cooler. And I was like, "Ooh, that's very apparent. I hope no one realizes that." Did you tell me someone in your class asked, "Are those real bullets?" And you just kind of like brushed over it, like whatever.
Like it was in the middle of me showing it.
They were live rounds. Bullets don't look like that, but they were live rounds.
It was with the casing. But I thought it was so funny, that shot where we're putting them in the Nerf gun, where it's like clearly just not like, I don't know. Did we just not have
the Nerf guns?
The Nerf rounds?
No, we did, but the bullets were funnier.
It was funnier. Yeah, it's true.
And the bullets were way funnier because it was me and John throwing them from 2 feet away at ducks on a fucking cooler. I mean,
also, the smoke coming out of the guns was Will vaping through the guns.
That was a sick shot. That's in the behind the scenes. That's on YouTube. You can see that. It's really funny. Yeah.
Into the back of the gun is on YouTube.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've seen the behind the scenes or the bloopers of What the Duck 2.
You haven't seen it? Should we put it up right now?
Another good blooper. Another good blooper from What the Duck 2 is when we're building that fort, and Will went to climb over it from one side to the other, just banged his head on the wall really
that was so
hard.
Bad. That was so
I
bad.
am too tall. God damn.
That was rough. But that fort was sick. That was really cool.
A good fort.
I was sad we had to take that down.
Yeah, that was an awesome fort. Also, quick thing. So there in that scene, you see us pick up the table and put it down on top of some shit. There's no sound in that, but if you were there on set, you would have heard us put the table down and then a crunch as the bottom leg of that bent up at about 15 degrees from perpendicular to the tabletop. And you see me look over because I want to make sure it's not broken. And it definitely is still broken to this day.
That table's still up there in Thurston?
That house is broken.
The entire house is broken. Thurston's fucked. Like,
I hope they cleaned the carpets. The carpets were sticky by the end.
Carpets got
Oh,
concerned.
I wonder why.
I'm not going to say until I graduate.
You're a liability.
Yeah.
Dude, remember that chair like 2 years ago that just caved in?
Yeah.
And then we looked underneath.
Do you remember
how
how
it was like?
It just split in half.
In what direction?
On a joint. It just broke. For someone signing it, just sheared in half.
Nice.
And we glued it back together, and it's been there ever since. I can still see exactly where it sheared.
Yikes. That's good material.
So I want to know a little bit about cool lighting, though.
Should we do a deep dive into cool lighting?
Okay.
Yes, please.
I want to talk about cool lighting because this was essentially the last Thurston House Productions. What up?
This is my boy
Joe?
Gus. No, this is Gus.
Gus?
He's been killing my leg like for the last 10 minutes. I gotta get him out of here.
All right.
He's in his witching out.
All right. So cool lighting was I think the last Thurston House Productions thing we made before we added more people to the production cast. Right?
Cool Lighting 1?
Yeah.
Cool Lighting 1.
Right. So let me give a little background. So I feel like a lot of people, I thought more people got this joke, but clearly like no one really knows what this is. And so let me break it down. It was just another assignment for that same class. This is all the same class. Like the What the Duck 1, 2, and 3 were all the same class. So cool lighting was just like another thing. And the idea was to take like 15 different shots of different lighting scenarios. And it was like really vague. So I kind of just walked around campus like at night. And then the next day, just like, there's like 2 or 3 cool shots in there, I'd say. There was like some snow on the ground that had iced over that looks really nice with the light. So I was basically walking around, I got like a million shots, and I run into Will in Dutch.
Yeah.
Like, yo, Will, he's trying to do a little something, and so we dropped a teaser for What the Duck 3, knowing no one gave a shit at all. That was kind of the meme at the time. Was like my class was just cringing so hard, where I'm showing these projects. And I'm like, yo, guys, get ready for What the Duck 3. And my group just like left me. Like I had a group in that class and they just bailed. And I was like, all right, well, it's just me.
You know, I watched some of the other films that were made. What the Duck was definitely up there with better quality.
Well, I got to say, What the Duck 3, that was a big step. Like I like 1 and 2 for the novelty and like the memes for sure. But like,
What the Duck 3 had time and effort.
But it wasn't like other people watched them besides us. Like it was fun, like looking back at these like movies. But then the reason we did that in cool lighting was because I don't know, it was just a goof. But so I showed that in the class, and everyone's like, "Yeah, all right."
I've considered What the Duck for a while a film project that got really out of hand. Like, it was just a film class project for you. And we were like,
for a film. Just
I was the only one getting a grade out of this. You guys had way better things to do.
Yeah, we weren't even in the class. This took up more time than I think I put into anything else for 3 and 4.
Oh my god.
But yeah, and then so that was Cool Lighting 1. And then we were like, dude, we gotta make Cool Lighting 2. The most requested sequel ever. And so Will and I kind of went hard. I went out to Manhattan and we just shot all over there.
We got like shots in Central Park. We got shots just like outside at night. We got
outside, We got Beejit there. Beejit was in that.
We got Beejit. Oh, yes. John, are you going to eat glue?
No, this glue I think is from 5th grade.
From which grade?
Clean your room, John.
Yes. 5.
Oh no.
My phone is standing on top of a bucket I got in the 5th grade that's full of a bunch of stuff from the 5th grade. I think there's a Bakugan in there somewhere.
Oh Christ.
Did you say Bakugan?
Yeah, it did
Those
say
were
Bakugan.
crazy back in the day.
Anyways, but yeah, Cool Lighting 2 got insane.
It got insane. We did some cool stuff.
We got some really nice shots. We put the Fifth Avenue Blues behind it, or whatever the fuck it's called.
We had that from Cool Lighting 1, and we had Quentin's song on the other half that kind of slapped. It felt great.
So, do we want to introduce Q at all?
I'll show the SoundCloud out.
I think we can easily put the SoundCloud in the description, so that'll be down.
I'll throw that in.
We're talking. I gotta make a shout out real quick. If we're talking SoundCloud, check out "Feed the Streets" on the Hamburger Helper.
No, don't check that out.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're not putting "Feed the Streets" in the fucking description.
Check out
in the
kitchen.
What's the best fast food? Well, I guess Hamburger Helper is not really fast food.
No, fast food. No, they're not.
They're up there with the big players.
Thing is, okay, sorry, we got off topic. We'll get back to you. I promise.
Yeah. Oh, we're coming.
But the Hamburger Helper has the best fucking tape, not because any of the other songs are good, but for the simple reason that "Feed the Streets" isn't bad.
I listened to, well, ironically, because it's hilarious, but then it came up on my recently played again, and I didn't skip it. It was, I was like,
It's way better than 4 for 4. It's way better than Stony Calzone.
4 for 4 could have been so good because they'd already had the fan base for the memes. Like they'd already been cranking memes out, and it was a bit of a letdown.
4 for 4 was slated to be amazing and then ended up being trash.
The hype, I think the hype was too much. If they had dropped that out of nowhere, I think it would have been received better.
Yeah, it's not even that. It's just like, okay, in my idea, Wendy's has the money to put something down and just bring on real fucking artists to make a mixtape that's just like actually good, you know?
Imagine if they made a mixtape and it was like 7 songs, but each song was like a different established artist, just with a funny verse about Wendy's.
Like, what if they? Okay, so here's my thought. They bring on like Post Malone. They bring on like Tyler the Creator, and I don't know. I'm not in the headspace to name other people that I think would do a good job at this.
Well, you gotta think who would
actually. They can't take themselves too seriously. I think Tyler would do it. I think that would be really fun.
Tyler would do it. I do. Here's the thing. I think Posty would do it.
Post would probably do it.
I would say I would say I'd want to see like Donald Glover on there, but no way he would do it.
The thing is, okay,
he wouldn't do it under Childish Gambino. That would be a kind of
Gambino does it
under Gambino. No.
Yeah, Gambino takes himself too seriously as an artist, something like that. I think Posty is the kind of person who would just be like, you know what? Fuck it. They're going to pay me a decent paycheck. And I can have a fucking really good time and make a fire song that's absolutely hilarious about Wendy's.
Exactly. Post Malone would have fun doing it. They should get like a country artist on one of them.
Oh, switch up the genre.
Yeah.
Who would they get on it? I don't know country artists.
I don't know what country artist.
Country, but anyways, sorry. Okay.
Yeah. Shout out Wendy's.
Shout out to Wendy's. Also, sponsor us, Wendy's. Love you.
No. If we're talking sponsors, we got to talk Arizona.
That
is true. That is
true. They leave me on red every time, dude. I've gotten no response to my emails or DMs.
Can we? That's actually related to what we originally started talking about, which was fucking What the Duck 1 and 2. So we need.
Oh, you're right.
We need to talk about why we put Arizona in every movie. Perhaps not 2. John, do you know?
2? I think we slacked on
I have
2.
no clue.
I might have to rewatch it, but I feel like there was nothing. It could have been in the background. It could have easily been there.
Might have been like on the table during the discussion, but I think that's the only time I could see it being there, you know?
Yeah, no, I agree, man.
But I don't think we had like established that joke enough.
No,
like we had
established 3 though, so that's good enough. We made up for it in 3.
We had a lot of Zona in 3.
Oh my god, this is a stiff.
So the reason it came out was because in What the Duck 1, John just sat down and during the shot just killed at least a half, but probably more like 3/4.
I think it's like a whole
3/4 of a gallon of Arizona green tea that I bought.
Was it ginseng or was it?
It was ginseng.
No, it was
ginseng.
It was Arnold Palmer.
Oh, it was classic AB.
Yeah, it was the dark one.
Yeah. Okay.
Because remember, I pick it up, I like put my hand through the handle, and I'm just constantly bleh.
Well, yeah, I remember the shot. I just don't remember the flavor.
I remember the shot. I gotta check what it is now.
It was either Arnold. It was lemonade or Arnold Palmer. It was the darker one.
Okay. Well, I think there's a couple versions of Arnold Palmer. There's like the light and the regular or something.
So my hot take: the lemonade flavor one is good. The Arnold Palmer one's trash.
You're saying the Arnold?
John, I'm looking at it right now. It was ginseng.
Oh, I called it, dude. I called it.
It cannot be ginseng.
It was ginseng.
Okay, John, come into my room. I'll show you.
Oh, maybe I'm thinking of What the Duck 3.
What the Duck 4 was.
I don't think What the Duck 3 has Arizona in it.
What's the one where we're sitting on the table passing the Arizona bag? Oh, that's 4.
What the Duck 4, John.
4, and that was lemon tea.
That has an excessive. Yeah, that's not Arnold Palmer. That's just the lemon.
That's lemon.
Okay. I'm glad we cleared that up.
All right. I'm glad.
Yeah, there's that one shot in the original one where John, like, I was like, all right, John, take a swig, and then you got to go to the bathroom. And he's like, he took that to mean finish the entire thing. And it's like, now I got to take a piss.
What is John? The question is, what is John doing right now?
John went vertical on us. So for What the Duck 4, you know what? John. We used it in the teasers for What the Duck 3.
That shot.
Didn't we use it in that Oh, am I making things up? Did we use it in the teasers for What the Duck 3?
I don't know. I think
Arizona?
So. It's possible.
John's shots are getting funky. I'm excited. I'm excited for the final result of this.
Oh, this is going to look smooth, boys. You know, I don't think we did. I don't think we really used it again till What the Duck 4.
No. Okay, so I know we used it in 3 because, oh God, John, this is gonna be the worst. But in What the Duck 3, we used it because we have the shot of me drinking it during the running scene. Of the two of us running across campus, there's the shot I'm drinking it, and then in every shot across the rest of that running scene after that, there is an Arizona hidden somewhere in the frame.
That's What the Duck 4, dude. It's all What the Duck 4.
That's What the Duck 4.
Because you, John has to bring you back at the flagpole on What the Duck 3.
God. There has to be Arizona in 3.
I want to talk about What the Duck 3 real quick. First, so with that flagpole film scene, we first filmed it when there was no snow out. So I run out of the house wearing nothing, no shoes, short sleeve t-shirt, and we actually filmed all the way to the flagpole. But then we had to refilm it, so I hop out of the house, still old shot, wearing my shorts and everything, and then boom, jacket, fully clothed, like ready to go for that fucking winter type shot.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That was one of the few times we actually had to reshoot. We didn't really have a chance before that to reshoot anything. Like, it was basically like what we were done with, but for What the Duck 1 and 2, we just had to roll with. Like, that was it. And I guess we got lucky for a lot of that. But 3, that took I think that took like 2 weeks.
T, you're totally right. Arizona had nothing to do with What the Duck 3 either.
I'm disappointed in us, to be honest, dude. I can't believe we didn't do anything then.
I'm totally surprised. Like,
yeah, me too.
Yeah, What the Duck 4 heavily featured it though. What the Duck 5 already the shot had it in it.
Oh, What the Duck 5 already
had like 6 shots with it in it at least.
Oh, we kept it a priority from day one.
I mean, it didn't happen in the city, but we were drinking it offset, so I'll count it.
Yeah, we definitely got it. We definitely had
to sponsor us.
We bought it. We bought like 4 of them during the shooting in the city, because the shots in the city. Yeah, we did. Because we bought them at some fucking corner store for too much money.
More than 99 cents.
Not a great value if it's not 99 cents.
Wouldn't have been a great value.
All right, can we talk great values real quick? I was living in the middle of nowhere, New York this summer.
Where in upstate? I'm familiar with the state.
Oh, I was fucking. What the fuck was it called? It was called
nowhere.
God damn it! Give me a moment.
It's a cowardly dog in the middle of nowhere.
Fultonville, New York.
All right, I don't know where that is.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Anderson Lake.
I was about 30 minutes northwest of Schenectady.
Oh, okay.
Right off of the thruway. Like, I could see the thruway from my house.
Oh, very cool.
But it was. I went to every. And by every, I mean 3 bodegas.
Quick bodega run.
By where I lived, all of them sold a standard 23-ounce can of Arizona for $1.24.
No, what?
This was. But the thing is, apparently Arizona sells cans for this situation for people who don't want to sell them at 99 cents. And you can specifically get them so they don't have the 99 cents great value on them.
What? I didn't know that, dude. That's crazy. Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen that. I always check.
I have to go out to Fultonville or Fonda and get one because it's the only thing they sell.
That's wild, dude.
Not a great value.
It was really terrible value. It was a terrible value. And they definitely buy them for the same price. Like,
probably.
Rent around there is not expensive either. Like,
yeah. That's bizarre because I don't know, man. How many Arizonas are they really selling for that to make a difference?
I don't know. I can't believe they didn't just put them for 99 and make like the 35 cents off of it they normally would. Like, this is a truck stop, essentially. Like, this is a truck stop town.
Dude, truck stops are always more expensive.
Oh,
but it's 99 cents, dude. Price on the can.
That's the kind of shit truckers are going to get into. Not $1.24.
Be outraged. There's have you guys seen it? Donald Glover's show Atlanta.
I've seen a couple episodes of it.
I haven't seen any of it, but there's this clip. They do like fake commercials in the show, and one of them is for Arizona, and it's a guy goes into like a gas station store, picks up a Arnold Palmer or whatever, and puts it on the counter, and the attendant is like, he scans it, and he's like, "Whoa, $1.25?" And then the customer, he's like, "Dude, the price is on the can." And the guy's like, the price is on the can. And they're both just freaking out because it's like not 99 cents. And it was just a fake ad for Arizona. It was amazing.
The thing is, like, legitimately, they sell cans so that you can sell it at a higher price.
I'm kind of sad they even do that. I checked on the website, Arizona says, like, we always strive to keep our beverages 99 cents or whatever. They have some like mission statement. But you don't have to.
Fucking cans without.
There's no way they can make them. They can't make them
One
do it.
reason they can keep the price so low is because they don't do advertising.
It's actually a really good point. They don't like. There's never any ads for. They must save a shit ton on that.
Yeah, they must save a shit ton. But like, how the fuck do they like sell it? Like, how did they first get out there? You can get it anywhere in at least the continental U.S. from what I've understood.
If you go to a gas station, any convenience store, and they don't have Arizona, that's bizarre. It's like as prevalent as like Gatorade and like Coke. Even though
they've done a really good job at like getting it out there.
It is phenomenal. They have a ton of merch. I mean, we've explored the site deeply. I have the 99-cent hat. It's right upstairs. I should go get it. But the only problem, I love the design. It's a really shallow baseball hat. So my family makes fun of me because it looks weird on my head. and
I made fun of you when you were wearing it.
All right. So that's my only complaint with the product. But they have some fire stuff. Swim trunks, flip-flops, like skateboards. I don't know. Almost anything.
Why, John?
It's experimenting time.
Oh, are you going to do it?
I am.
All right. So we bought some absinthe the other day.
Oh, yeah?
I didn't want to find wherever the fuck he had vodka in this house. So I told him he should mix the absinthe and the Moscow Mule mix we have. So I'm very excited to see what's occurring.
What's it called? The Vert? The Vert. Damn good.
Damn good absinthe.
That's cool, man. Good luck.
Or maybe it's absinthe Vert. I don't know. It's fucking
Not
something.
to derail the conversation. What was this whole thing about Q and Spotify?
Oh, we were gonna do a thing with Q and SoundCloud. Oh. Thank you. Sorry, Q. I love you forever.
We're talking about cool lighting. So yeah, Quentin's song. This is my friend Quentin from home, and he's helped out.
Wait, from X Cubed?
No, dude, not in X Cubed. You guys.
Oh shit, we gotta talk X Cubed at some point.
X to the fourth.
Either way, Q. Let me describe Q in a couple words here. Q is one of the most wonderful humans. I met him a couple times, and he's just the most wonderful person. He makes some fire beats. Like he's been grinding, and he's got the SoundCloud. As I've already said, we're gonna put it in the description. Put this boy on blast with the 43 people who are gonna listen to this podcast.
Cranking big numbers there.
We're cranking big numbers, dude.
But he made us a song for Cool Lighting 2, which was amazing if you decide to go listen to it.
It's some really cool lighting.
The plan was to have some stuff in What the Duck 5 from him.
It's in the works. It's in the works.
It's in the works.
It is what it is.
We do need to and I wanted to shout him out just because his stuff has been so good recently. And we gotta get him out there because this boy's been crafty.
Check him out. Yeah, he's a good friend of the company.
Yeah, good friend of the production company. Yeah. We got to keep the friends out there because we have so few of them.
Wow,
that's all we got, man. That's all we got.
Well, it's not bad. It's truly bizarre, but it is not bad.
Bring it into my room whenever you want to. So
I'm not getting out of bed.
Guess I'm gonna come into your shot then.
Yeah, cool. So Cool Lighting 2 was basically just an extension of the meme that no one really got. So I'm glad we made it. I'm happy with it.
We made it. I mean, it didn't take that much time.
No, we were just having a good time doing
lighting in any way, shape, or form.
We had some cool lighting in Cool Lighting 2, though. I gotta say.
Cool Lighting 1 has the best Cool Lighting shot, I believe, with the blue ring from the speaker.
That's the very first shot. That's a sick shot.
That's the best shot.
Okay, I have to say that's a really good like lighting shot, and even on the shitty camera you were using at the time, it looked really good.
Yeah, man. I mean, if the lighting is cool enough, you don't need a good camera. I was using the one from the school in that first one, and then Cool Lighting 2 was just on my phone. And there's some like good glare issues, but like if the lighting's cool enough, dude, we'll be good. All right, what else can we talk about?
What else we got? I mean,
what the 3 and 4?
Here's what me and Will were thinking. We were talking about so obviously it's just the three of us. And I guess I'd consider us to be the Thurston House Productions gang from day one. And then obviously as we went on, we had to grow. And so we have like there was like 10, I think we had 9 people involved in What the Duck 4.
John
up to 10 in What the Duck 5. He's there he is. Anyway.
Where did you go?
So, and we were like, obviously we can't have 9 people on a Skype call at once trying to do this. So we're thinking of doing more episodes and kind of featuring different people's roles in the series. And just obviously talking about other stuff that they're interested in.
You gotta get skateboard technician Beejit.
Yeah, I want to get.
I'm sure Beejit's got a lot to say.
I want Beejit and Silas in the same episode because Beejit's skateboard technician and Silas is Yeet technician.
The Yeet.
In
What the Duck 4, this is in the credits, but in What the Duck 4, when John gets yanked out of the doorway, that was Silas, and we messed that up like 3 times, and people. I don't know if Silas got hurt or you got hurt, John, but
Silas went over the couch the first time.
Oh no!
It wasn't the things we should talk about.
Yeah, so that's the kind of thing we want to do. We'll bring Silas on, and we could talk about that story and him recording the voiceover for his character. That was something. There are shots from that can never see the light of day.
Yeah, that is true.
I'm not putting that on YouTube. So yeah, that's kind of how we're thinking of structuring this. Is just keeping it probably no more than 5 people would probably be a lot. We'll see what we can manage.
Yeah.
This has been fine so far. I think 3 is great. 4 I think would be fine. So we'll test the waters. We've never done this before. We have no idea what's happening. So but yeah, and then we'll just shoot the shit.
Let's get into some behind the scenes stuff. At least on What the Duck 3 for a bit, because we were sort of the only people involved in that. If we're gonna bring on more people for What the Duck 3, we should definitely get at least Nick or Veronica in here to talk.
Well, because it's funny because they've been there since the start, but just didn't do anything. So I'd like to see what they had to say just from kind of watching.
Mm-hmm.
Because in the first one, Nick is literally, you guys and Nick were just playing video games.
Yeah.
And
Nick and I were just playing Snap. And you were like, film a fucking video. And I was like,
keep doing what you're doing. We're going to work around you. So that wasn't part of the plan. They just, I just had to interrupt that.
But yeah, so, God, I want to talk special effects in What the Duck 2 because that was the first. Actually, no, we should talk special effects in What the Duck 1 first because the first incident of special effects was technically in What the Duck 1 with the.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, with the cut. That took, I think, what was it, 4 shots to actually
get dude.
First time.
God.
Because my legs kept being in the fucking shot.
Yeah, that was a tricky space to work with because we were trying to work like my lofted bed and there was no floor space like on either side.
Yeah,
and you had to be in there and then get out of the way without John moving. John was like holding the thing up and had to stay in the same spot.
John did a fantastic job at that. Like, kudos to you there. Like, when you look at that final shot, it looks tight.
That looks tight. We did get it. The other one, yeah. I'm definitely happy with how that came out.
What the duck? Or wait,
What the duck? Dude, oh my god. I think we got it a couple times, but then you like couldn't say the line. It was just like,
we got it at least once, and he laughed before we got the line, and I had to redo the duck drop.
Redo it. There was a great one where I think these are all in the bloopers on YouTube, but where I don't know, because the camera was sitting like on the other side, and John turns around and just like he's just out of the shot, or like he doesn't look at the camera at all and does it. So we had everything that could go wrong went wrong.
No.
And I was like, it's like 11 o'clock, and I have to edit this before tomorrow.
Okay, my favorite blooper in someone saying "What the Duck" was when we told Nick in "What the Duck 3" to say it.
Oh yeah.
Nick heard the line, and in the middle of Union's campus, just said, "What the fuck?" You
were like,
hear
no.
Campus easily. That man has a voice, and it fucking shattered across that campus.
If there's one place on campus where you want like sound to carry, it's exactly that location in front of the knot. Oh, that was great, dude. That day of filming was just one of the best, man.
That was an insane day of filming and so much fun.
So much fun, so cool.
We got one scene in 4 hours, but god damn, like
the fact that it came out in like there was nothing that like just didn't work at all, and we were like, oh no, like we're screwed, like we missed like a key shot, like we didn't miss anything, because that was our one shot at it. We didn't have like another. We didn't have to redo the entire thing. Yeah,
like we had what, like half a week to edit that entire scene.
Yeah, it was like a couple days.
We didn't have another time to shoot because none of us could be together again until it was due for you. That was another project, honestly.
Are we talking 3?
Yeah,
another big problem with 3 was the snow fort was getting destroyed more and more every day, so we had to get it fucking done.
Yeah, and the snow fort ran into the snow fort at night.
Potentially horrible.
That night.
No, the night we went in there, it was more complete. There was a full arch, I'm pretty sure.
A full arch that was there. I was glad we still had some of the arch to use for the shot, though.
When I go over my edge of the arch, I like toppled over completely.
You tumbled so good, dude.
I look at that every time and I think, oh god, John's about to snap his fucking neck.
Yeah, we had 2 pillars, 2 chances at that, and you guys killed it. That was great. And I think Ryan Basenko in KA, I think he built that. I'm pretty sure it was him and his friends. And then I didn't know him at that point. And then like a year later, we were watching What the Duck, and he's like, dude, that was my snow fort, man. Like, what are you doing? And we're like, it froze for the shot, dude. I think the snow like melted a week later though, so.
Okay, so reasonably, the top of the arch had already fallen on that. So we were like,
let's be clear, it was already broken.
It was already broken at that point. So we used what was left of it for the shot. We didn't break the fort. I don't think we would have thought of those shots if the snow fort was not broken at that point.
Yeah.
So. All right, but we should go back and talk about What the Duck 2 and a couple shots in there.
We're getting ahead of ourselves.
Yeah, because there were Oh, John's dead. John's already drunk. I'm very proud of him. I need to catch up with something heavier than this. So.
No, do I have the solution for you?
But I feel like the beginning of What the Duck 2 was something I had thought of during What the Duck 1, which was essentially, I thought, we should have a little bit more focus on like preparation of the ducks for war and bullshit like this.
Duck 2 has my singular least favorite line of all the What the Duck series in it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know which
John?
line it is?
Is it the beginning of it when both of us are talking to each other and we don't know what the fuck to say?
I go, no, you're very much alive. That is the worst line in the whole series.
Yeah,
I thought it would be funnier when I said it, and when I heard it back out loud, I was like, no, it just sounded like trash.
That may have been trash, but there are plenty of other lines that didn't make the cut, and you know that can't be good.
Yeah, no. John, you do have to think about the fact that was the line that we decided.
That's the one that made the final cut.
I'll be honest, I feel like What the Duck 2 wasn't that heavily filtered.
Okay, that was true, and also we look if you watch that first scene of What the Duck 2, it's you saying, "They got you too, huh?" And you say, "No, you're very much alive." No, sorry.
No, wait, yeah, that's What the Duck 3.
No, you're very much alive. No, I say that too. No, so I say, "They got you too, huh?" And you almost immediately, without like taking a break in like an acting sense to wait for the response, you just say, "It's not over yet."
You were building the camaraderie of the characters.
Like, you could have waited a split second, like you were actually responding to a question.
Am I dead? No, yeah, very
respond to the question. This is something we have to address.
Oh, well, hold on. You know what's great is that so you come back, but so you explode back from ducks. You're back, and you're like, "Hey, I'm back." And then John comes over, and you're like, "They got you too," but like that doesn't actually make any sense because John was okay. John didn't get killed.
Well, so it makes sense to me, mostly because of a life story I have, where my granduncle, who was in World War II, thought he fucking died. His brother came in to the hospital, and everything was white. And he looks at his brother, and they say, "They got you too, huh?"
What?
Wow, that would have been.
That's not what I was expecting at all.
If I had known it at the point, I had never heard that story until now.
God.
So that's why I said, I was like, that's like a somewhat realistic thing to say. But what you decided to respond to that with was, "It's not over yet."
So this entire time you think you're in like hell, and there's just ducks wreaking havoc on this version of Thurston.
Well, reasonably, I think I'm in hell until he says, "You're very much alive."
Right. Okay. Oh, because you say I thought I was dead.
Yeah.
So it does make sense. Okay. I'm just questioning our.
What a
I'm
trash
just questioning the process here.
Also, can we talk about the ending to that film where it's me doing the Darth Vader? No. That was your guys' idea. That was not my idea. Anyway.
Oh, it was.
I thought that was amazing.
It was amazing, John. Oh, it was good.
I'm gonna go under my desk because I dropped the cork to my whiskey bottle real quick. But I'll return.
Well,
that came out great, John.
It's actually my desk.
All right, I'm back.
You didn't hear that.
What the Duck was such a mixed bag for me because there was like if we were gonna do it now with like the time and commitment we did on What the Duck 4, oh man, it could be good. It could have been so nice.
What the Duck 2, the thing about What the Duck 2 is a real breaking point because after What the Duck 2, we either had to end it or get serious. That was the problem.
And I mean, what we decided to do, I think, was good because What the Duck 3, for some fucking reason, at least from KA, decided, "Oh, we're gonna get hype for this shit."
Oh man, that presentation in Reamer for this was for the class, and it was What the Duck 3 and like a bunch of other stuff. Most of the people there were just like our friends, And it just like totally like I don't think many other people in the class really gave a shit about like the thing, but like we were all so excited for this one thing, because we'd worked really hard on it, and it was just such a goof. And so like everyone there was just there to see What the Duck, and it was the last one.
Oh,
that was hype.
Like, there was a time we didn't think we were going to do 4, right?
Yeah, What the Duck 3, you could have ended it there. Like,
it was an easy place to end. Mm-hmm. And we had talked about it. Like, okay, so the history of this is that essentially the deciding committee on any of the fucking filming is who was here today. But reasonably, I mean, we looked at What the Duck 3 and we're like, it's good. And then we thought, like, we should do another one.
Yeah, we would like to do another one because, I wasn't taking any more film classes. Oh, what up, John? And it was like, well, we'd love to do one, but can we? Like, would it even be possible?
So so What the Duck 4 was sort of the test for what we're doing now. Mm-hmm. Is like, we were like, we're out of film class. We not only have no reason to actually work on this, but we did it over what, like an entire
it was an entire term.
What the Duck 4 took forever. What the Duck 4 will be the most time we put into any film in terms of filming time and work time. What the Duck 5 will take more time because of all the shit going on, but What the Duck 4 will be the most film time actually.
That's probably true. That's probably true.
Yeah, I think that's reasonable. I think we're gonna have, like, I don't know if What the Duck 5 is gonna be as long as What the Duck 4 was. I
actually doubt it. It might.
I think What the Duck 5 will be more substance. I think there will be more substance, but it will be delivered faster and more succinctly.
Yeah,
I could agree with that.
What the Duck 4 was sort of an air on the side of, let's make some shit. And it turned out well, surprisingly, at least for our standards.
I'm very proud of a lot of those scenes, some of those shots. And it's great. It's such a great feeling, like watching that, being happy with it, and looking back at the other ones and seeing like, dude, these are not as good. And it's like we've so clearly.
1 and 2, in all honesty, are kind of trash.
Yeah,
really good.
I'm curious, like, if we had. Obviously, like, we had more experience, we knew what we were doing, but if we had the time to commit to them, and the equipment, like, we didn't do any lighting work till 4. Like, and the sound was like trash.
Yeah, so
it was just the equipment too.
So that was another thing is, I'm part of as much as I'm in it, like, John and I don't even want to speak for myself. I want to speak for John as well. As much as we're sort of starring in it, John and I sort of work equipment a lot. It's
man.
Kind of have to. As a production company,
they do. I don't work equipment at all.
Never mind.
I've seen you do things, John.
You've done stuff before. I've had you working on. I've had you working at least a light before and telling you where I want you to put it.
I'm in the film for strictly my good looks.
That's
the talent.
True.
And your superb acting chops.
Yeah.
Big ass.
But we have to work as a skeleton crew. It's a really fun time to work on crew for this stuff, but it's a difficult situation trying to figure out, like, how the hell we're gonna get some of these, like, ideas we have into real film.
That's such a challenge with filmmaking, especially at this small scale where our equipment is so limited, our money is limited, our time is limited, our people are limited. It's like We have
fucking money.
We have no money. I mean,
I bought the
got-
inflatable
the
duck.
fact that we got 250 ducks for what the
Speaking of
duck
inflatable
was
ducks,
amazing.
one's in my truck right now.
Shout out Owen Corey, who donated a lot of the ducks for what the
Yeah.
duck.
Yeah,
Shout
he
out
did.
to
Really
Corey,
That
good.
was huge.
shout out to Sam Epstein, who both donated.
Yeah.
Ducks.
Oh yeah. Of many varieties of ducks too.
John Hirsch donated his guns, his Nerf guns.
John.
that were
Oh my
heavily
God.
used.
Yeah.
I
Ooh,
realized today.
Can I talk about
um,
what the duck
So I
for
have
real
one
quick?
of his Nerf guns in my
So
fucking.
hold that Nerf gun up. That
my
Nerf gun on
shit.
camera. Hold that
Why
Nerf
do you have
gun.
that?
That Nerf gun right there that Will's holding. Casey Lee, the shot where Frederick Douglass gets shot. Casey Lee had 52-ish attempts to shoot Frederick
Casey,
Douglass.
no.
Don't worry. Don't worry. We're gonna get Casey on here. We're gonna have him talk about how fucking bad he was at shooting a duck from 3 feet away.
But yeah, no, like I was saying, so like just having these ideas, even though like we knew our restrictions, but just trying to get some basic ideas and some basic effects to actually happen.
Yeah.
Even like if we were like, are we gonna do this? Can we do this in editing, or can we actually pull this off? And man, it just keeps getting better. Like the more we could fit more ideas in the videos as we get quicker, as we get better at doing this. So that's really exciting.
Watching T edit is really fun because he's just like slice, slice, slice. Boom, there's a scene. Slice, slice. There we go. Ooh, put these together. He's really good at editing.
What are you talking about?
He says watching you edit is
oh
like.
I thought you were talking about the sword fight for a second. Yeah, man. I
trying
love,
to film duck against a 2-inch sword. I mean,
no, I appreciate that, John. I have a really good time with film editing. That was something that that was kind of my first thing in the film class. I took 3 film classes at Union, and that's what I really gravitated towards, was taking like the stock footage for anything you film looks like it's not great, and you cut out 90% of it, and then all of a sudden you have a scene that kind of works just out of all this crap. And
but it was amazing. We would have 5 minutes of footage, and T would cut it down to 20 seconds, and you're just like, fuck, there's all that footage gone.
There's all that work, yeah, and just to get that tiny shot.
It would go from an hour long to be 5 minutes, and you'd be like, wow,
yeah,
that's a lot of work.
That's all we got, but that's what it takes, yeah.
I mean, here's the thing in the end, is that working on this kind of budget with this kind of stuff, we don't have time to build special effects or build anything. So half of the shit you see is real. More than 95% of the shit, anything that's happening, you see movement on a screen at least. It's fucking something that's happening. We had to figure out how to do it. Ducks skating across the ice. That's just shit on fucking fishing line.
Totally can't see the fishing line and
dude, that stuff. Ooh, that looks good. Not on the snow, you can't.
No, in the snow it looks really good. And What the Duck 3, the fishing line, you can't see it at all. And What the Duck 4, it is atrociously obvious.
We had to embrace the meme on that one. You can't really get around it.
Just kind of we gotta go with it.
Dude, I love that shot where you guys step up into KA and just step on the ducks. No, that was great. All right, gang. So I guess that's the first episode here, the Thurston House podcast. Thanks for watching. It's I don't know. This has been a lot of fun for us to kind of put together. We're hoping to do it. Definitely more episodes with guests, like we mentioned, from people that have helped out with What the Duck in various ways, different actors and behind the scenes. So I think we'll have some cool stories coming up, and heated debates about Taco Bell. Yeah. So this has been Uncle T, John, and Will, and we'll see you next time. Cheers. I'm empty. All right, peace out.
Good. All right, peace.